Ladies and gentlemen,
we are live
la.
from the Shag Carpet Shack here in Columbia, Tennessee. What's up, everybody? We got Chase Blanchard.
We got Doug Lucanen, and this is the Power Move Podcast.
What's up, all you party people out there?
Party!
It's Dougie.
People!
It's Chaze.
Power!
And welcome to
Move!
Season
2! Season 2 of the Power Move Podcast. Season 2, Episode 1. We're kicking it off in style.
We really
We're
are.
bull-fueled, and we're ready to go.
Jacked. So we're moving in, and what we're doing, first of all, we want to talk about the giveaway. Because we're giving it away, give it away now. Give it away now.
1, 2. Yep.
It's out there on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter?
Twitter?
Maybe Twitter.
Sure. YouTube?
We're out there everywhere, so check it out. We're doing a giveaway. We need you to like, subscribe, and share. Like, subscribe, and share. The trips, the trifecta, so that you can get in there and win a $50 gift card to an eatery of your choice.
Of your choice,
Here in
locally
Murray
here,
County.
Murray County,
Boom.
Columbia, Spring Hill, the places we've talked about on Season 1,
Yep.
the dishes we've talked about, bourbon sriracha,
Wings.
buffalo dip, everything.
Yum.
Get in it, like, share, subscribe, all of our socials, our podcasts either via Apple Podcasts, Spotify. Whatever your heart may desire. But share us out there. We really appreciate it. We hope you're finding value in this podcast. If you are, tell all your friends about it, because we're just doing it for you guys because we love you guys.
And subscribe to the YouTube channel where you can get the videos from the post plus the pod there.
Boom.
So without further ado, something we want to start is our Mo's of the Week. Guess what, guys? They're staying around.
Mo's of the Week.
We're still doing it.
Song of the Week. But I think we are changing it up a little bit, though.
We are. We'll address that on the next little half here. So let's do the Song of the Week right here.
Kick it off strong, bro.
My song is Everybody Needs Somebody to Love. And I'm going with the Blues Brothers version. Everybody needs somebody to love. Someone to love.
I love it.
All that good stuff.
I love it.
Because,
I love you.
guys, we're in this giant circle of life, Lion King style. We all need somebody at some point in time in our lives. And remember that when you go to like hang out with somebody or treat somebody the way that you want to be treated. You know?
Right.
Don't throw shade all the time. Sometimes it's needed, but, just know that we're all in this together. I think COVID has brought us all into that realm that no matter, the main goal of the song, it says, is no matter if it's me, Chase, you, them, whoever it is, at the end of the day, we really all do have something in common. So, just... boom, there it is. Everybody needs somebody.
Everybody does need somebody.
Let's be there for each other. That's my song of the week.
Humanity.
How about you, Chaze?
Let's do it.
Get it.
Let's do it.
Get it for the people.
Well, as we record this podcast, we are entering in the stages of rebirth, reopening. Reopening of the world, America.
Amen.
And you know what we're doing? We're waving bye, bye, bye.
Bye, bye.
Bye-bye to Corona. Bye-bye NSYNC. What a classic. Your classic boy bands. I think I'm going to get Frosted Tips while I listen to it.
Nice.
And
Some highlights.
We're waving bye to COVID-19. It's not been fun. It's not been cool, but see your way out the door, homie, because we're over you.
Yep.
We're over you,
We're done.
and we're coming back stronger than ever, because this is America. This is the Power Move Podcast. This is the Shag Carpet Shack, and that's what we're doing. We're waving goodbye times 3
Get
to
out of here,
COVID-19.
COVID. You can't sit in our leather throne. Not
Nope.
up in here.
Nope. So that's
Power!
shoot me, hate me, but it
Ain't no lie, baby. Bye, bye, bye. See ya.
There you go. No wonder
Get
it
up
sounded
out of
so
here.
good.
That wasn't bad.
I
We're
thought
starting
so.
a band. It's done.
It is.
It's in the books. No, we're not.
No,
Maybe we will.
Maybe.
Maybe you just get that little touch from us here on the pod.
Mm.
So now we're rolling in. This is a change. Change. So if you've been listening to us, we've been talking about the power move that we're going to make in the upcoming week, and then we recap of whether we met it or not.
Yep.
We're redefining the meaning of the power move.
Not necessarily redefining the like what a power move is, guys, but we're redefining the power move segment.
Exactly.
So, you know, we all know what a power move is.
Going above and beyond, stepping up to the plate,
There you
doing
go.
something out of the ordinary, extraordinary.
Extraordinary.
So what we're going to be doing during this segment is recapping a power move that was made to reach that goal. Because, listeners, you're always chasing goals. We're always chasing goals. Chase is always chasing goals. Our special guest, Frank, he's chasing goals.
Yeah.
You know, so we're always chasing goals. And rather than updating you on the goal we're going to chase, we're going to give you the power move that we achieved to try to get that thing done.
Yeah.
So, boom. To start off, here's our power move of the week. My power move of the week was I pulled a 16-hour workday and got the budget done because that's what it required.
Yeah.
That was a goal of mine. I wanted the budget done at the end of that last week, and I said, look, I'm not stopping until I'm finished.
Yeah.
And we got to Friday, and I said, man, I really thought I had planned it all out. Well, I didn't. Well, you don't just give up. You strive, you drive. I did a 16-hour workday last Friday to make sure I got the budget done, sent out, and that was an exciting power move for me in my goal of getting the budget done. So, boom, 16-hour
Just
workday
yeeting them hours through.
Yeah.
16 hours, what up?
for the people.
Don't even need 2 lunches, even though I could get it.
Nailed it. Got him.
So that do you take 1 lunch break in a 16-hour day? Do you take?
I
don't even think
I
you-
just heated up a pizza and
And worked right through it, didn't you?
yeah.
Of course you did.
And then I ate and worked.
Because you're an animal. You're a strong savage.
Honestly,
You're a
like,
business savage, man.
Those are the moments that like get me excited.
Redefine you.
That gets me out
Yeah.
of bed. Like especially when people are like, I don't think Doug will have the budget done this week. Oh yeah.
Think again.
Hold my bull.
Hold my Red Bull. Ah,
Some
sponsor.
power.
Please sponsor us. Red Bull. They're really expensive, but we love them.
Yeah.
All right.
All of them, no
Love
matter
it.
the ounces.
Love it. 16-hour days. Let's go, dude. That's awesome.
Chase, what did you do that was a power move last week? Brett.
I'll tell you straight up and down. I've traded and sold a lot of vehicles
13 trucks.
for a lot of different reasons. But I just sold my truck last week, and a lot of people are like, "Oh, Chaze's up to no good again, selling a truck again." But for this time, it was for the most selfless reasons, but also one of the most coolest reasons I've ever done it. And I sold my truck because in preparation for my future family to get a family car.
In the arms of the angel.
That's it.
Poor Chase is truckless, guys.
Truckless.
He's looking
No
for a
truck.
truck now, though.
Yeah,
He's out there.
I'm looking for a truck.
Send
but-
him some pics if you're selling your
Hey,
truck.
that's it. DM me. DM your boy.
There's a song out there. It's by this. I think it's called "Half the Man I Used to Be," but he's not letting the truck define him.
I'm not. That's why I'm driving this Kia Sorento, baby.
Pow.
But it's unfortunately my fiance found herself in some negative equity in her vehicle. So in order to eat that up and get her back in the positive, get us back in the positive, because that's what it's about. I mean, we're gonna be married.
The us team.
The us team, and I'm excited about a family one day, and we went ahead and just bit the bullet and got the family car that's gonna last us a lifetime. And matter of fact, extra power move. We got a 2019 GMC Acadia built right here in Spring Hill, Tennessee.
Boom.
UAW. I don't even remember the numbers. I think it's.
1853.
I almost said 1859.
Oh,
Yep.
wow.
Boom.
Boom.
I was close.
Yeah.
Locally built here. I mean, you talk about support local. 2019 GMC Acadia in my garage. My brother built it. What's up?
Adorable.
Let's.
Lots of my friends too.
Lots of
So shout out your brother's name right here. Let's do it.
D-Rock, Derek Walls.
Derek Walls, Mikey Heron, Mike Heron, Micah Lowe, Wesley Derryberry, all you guys down at the plant, all you guys and gals down at the plant here in Spring Hill, thanks for all the work that you do, and thank you, GM, for the economic input that you put into our community.
Impact, yeah, absolutely.
So,
dude.
and thanks for buying, American
made.
and local.
There it is.
And
Don't get much
supporting
better than that.
everything. And, that doesn't mean that our listeners are bad for buying a Toyota or a different
Right.
car like that. You're putting money into the system too. But I just think that, those.
It's just pretty cool.
It's just cool. It's just cool that you know where it was built.
Yeah.
And you can talk to the guys and have that relationship.
Exactly.
So that's awesome.
Exactly. So
All right.
that's my power move.
There they are.
There it is.
So this is going to be a full pod about the power moves.
This is a true power move podcast right
Because
now.
it's only about power moves.
We're not talking about anything else. We're going to discuss any and all power moves we've ever witnessed in our life
Moves
and what has brought us
That are powerful.
to this day and the men that we are today because of the results of these power moves.
Yes.
So, first off, we're going to start off with the biggest power moves that are going on right now. As we're waving goodbye to COVID-19,
Yeah.
we're going to
Sayonara.
salute the big, huge power movers that have been working day in and day out around the clock.
Boom.
And for one, obviously, that's my fiance.
Nurses.
My beautiful fiance to be, nurses, my nurse Lexi Shoemaker, thank you so much, baby. She's been out there working on the front lines. Nurses, doctors, EMT,
Medical assistants.
absolutely, police, fire department, any type of emergency management, any of those people on the front lines.
Yeah. So Pat Woodmansey and Director Jeff Hardy here locally, shout out to Emergency Management. They've been making sure that people can get sanitizer, masks to protect them. The fire department, still going out there and doing their thing, even though this is going on. The police departments, sheriff's departments, waste management workers that are handling all of our trash right now. All of the people still going to work handling
Yep.
that trash 6 days a week without missing a beat when, those things could have that COVID-19 on it. So
Right.
thank you, Waste Management, for taking care of all of our trash, literally.
Right.
And I would like to make a big thank you to the payroll departments.
Payroll. Money,
All of these people going to work,
Gotta get paid, dude.
everybody. I think there's very few people that have the financial gain to be able to say, well, I don't need to go to be paid to go to work for the next 4 weeks or something like that. And so I want to say thank you to the payroll departments out there that are paying these employees, all the employees that that are paying them, because they're coming in too. They have to make sure that these people get paid, because no work, no pay, no work.
No pay, no gain.
No pay, no worky.
Nope.
Worky. So, and there are some people that do it for the purpose and would do it anyways and can survive some paychecks, but the truth is there just aren't some as well. And shout out, want to just move forward. Now we're going to go to prime time power moves that we've just seen in our lives.
The prime time power moves that have really shaped and defined who we are, what we've experienced, and kind of led us to this point. Right?
So it's going to be from people we know. Maybe it's from us.
Yeah, from us that we've witnessed, been a part of.
Yeah. Or accomplished.
Yep.
and so yeah. Without further ado, Chazé, what is your first individual acknowledgement of a primetime power move that you've had happen near you?
So,
or did you make it happen?
Yeah. So, a couple come to mind, but the very first one that come to mind was when I was in high school. My mother, Shishi, unfortunately was diagnosed with ovarian cancer, and a lot of people didn't know that. I didn't tell a lot of people because I just kind of staying to myself.
Mm-hmm.
I just always kind of wanted to be that guy. Rather put a smile on for everybody else. But she was diagnosed with ovarian cancer and had the major surgery and stuff to remove it, which to this day still good, cancer free, 100%. Whoop whoop. So
power knock on the wood.
It was literally 2 days removed from her surgery, and I was nominated to really it was really kind of it was a cool but silly thing, a little homecoming court where, the guys had to go out on the basketball court at half court during halftime of the homecoming game, and in front of everybody, and there were three guys, and they were going to be crowned king of homecoming or whatever, and I was one of the selections, which was it was okay, it was cool, but my mom was 2 days removed from surgery, and I knew the doctor told her she had to be in bed for at least a week, that she can't do anything, and that was totally fine for me. I mean, I was going to go ahead and go and show up like I needed to. Well, I go early because I had to show up and get ready and all that, and sure enough, I walk out, and with a pillow in front of her, holding it at her stomach because of the pain that she was in, and to prevent people bumping into her, she was there front and center, front row at the bottom, when she didn't have to be. Wow. For over a silly little homecoming court to my eyes, but she was not going to miss that date and show her support of her son.
That is awesome.
You talk about a power move, a power woman. Yeah. Definitely super cool. I'll never forget.
Well, and I'm going to go the family route too. I'm going to go with my dad.
Yeah.
And the reason it's like my dad had a collection of power moves over being himself, and he makes power moves to this day when he gives me advice and stuff like that. But his main power move is, I've never met a man like so loyal and family number one oriented.
Right.
Always about the family.
FOE, right?
Yep. Family over everything. And in
episode 4, season 1.
Boom. And so Dad was on like first shift, second shift, third shift. He's worked every shift there is at GM.
And so he probably even worked those rotating shifts where they do like 4 days and then like off 3 and then 4 nights, wouldn't he?
He's done them all. Yeah. And what was crazy is he would be like leaving for work either at 3, like sometimes 3:30 in the morning, or he was getting home at 3:30 in the morning.
That's crazy.
And so, but what was crazy is he always made sure that family was coming first. Like his kids were coming first. He had kids at a young age. He was 17, and so he's been a dad for a long time, 43 years now. He probably wouldn't like me saying that. He's got his own swagger. He don't like being called old, but he's been a dad for just a long time, and I couldn't have asked for a better dad. His power move was first, making sure that he went to work and that he made the money, but also like always fixing stuff around the house, always fixing cars, always making sure everything's good, always treating his kids as most important.
Absolutely.
So he made a power move by just like
stepping up the plate every day. Yeah, being a power dad.
And no matter if he was feeling bad or good or otherwise, he was just a good dad.
That's awesome.
So
boom. Getting a little emotional there. We almost shed a tear here on the Power Move podcast season.
Season 2, episode
1. Dude, that's awesome. Well, yeah, that's awesome, dude. Power Move Dad, Power GM.
Boom.
Just powering up the plant.
Yep.
Dude, that's what's up. So, another power move that's happened in my life, probably did save my life. Like, I would not be here today if it wasn't for this power move. I can get off on stories, but I'll try to keep it brief. I was with a buddy of mine and his family. We were whitewater rafting in Chattanooga. I forget the actual river, but it was one of the paid tours or whatever, and it was pretty cool, man. It got choppy and stuff. Like, there were like advanced levels and stuff, and of course we went on the advanced one, right?
Yeah.
And we had this cool tour guide. Well, long story short, the whole time we were going, we would always joke like, "Oh, we're gonna flip, or he's gonna flip it, or we're gonna flip," blah blah blah. Well, towards the end of it, we were coming up on what they called like Suicide Fall or Daredevil Fall, which was like a 10-foot drop at the end.
Wow.
And we had joked about like, wouldn't it be funny if it flipped, or wouldn't it be cool if it flipped? Well, at the very end, we're going, and we're hitting this Grand Rapids, and we're going. I don't know how it happened, but all of a sudden it flipped. And when it flipped, like a buddy of mine, his name's Jamie, Jamie Stanford. He's to the left of me. Well, the boat starts to tip over my way, so I look to my left, and the whole boat, including him, is coming towards me. So I catch him, and we all go under. Right?
Wow.
We all go under, but we're still going, and we're approaching that Daredevil Falls.
Wow.
Right? And so I go under the water with him, and it's just kind of chaos at that point. Well, when I went underwater, I'm a decent swimmer, but I'm underneath it, and I go to rise up and, get out, put my head above water, and I realize I'm underneath the raft. I'm underneath the raft, but I can feel I'm floating very rapidly down this current, and I can't get up. And next thing you know, I'm not panicking, but I'm just I'm starting to run out of breath. I'm literally at the point where it's
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? You realize, I'm starting, and it was really getting down to it. I was starting to feel really, hot in cold water. Of, I was, my head was starting to feel, I didn't necessarily get blurry, but I was I felt like I was going to die. I really did. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. I thought I was going to die.
That's terrible.
So I kept pushing at this thing, and I could feel, I kept trying to move left or right, trying to get from underneath it, and I just couldn't do it. And then finally, I felt the opening in between the seats, and it was just enough for me to catch a smidge of air, barely a smidge of air. So I got some, but then right there we hit a fall, not the big fall, but another fall.
Yeah, a fall.
And I'm back under it again, and then the same thing happens, and I'm literally at the point again where I'm running out of air, and I cannot get from underneath this thing. And the second time is when I started to get lightheaded. I literally thought to myself, and I actually said a prayer. I was like, please, God, don't take me this way. And all of a sudden, seriously, Jamie's brother, who was older than him, I seen a light. Jamie and his brother picked up the raft because they realized I was underneath it, and they picked it up themselves out of the water freely, and it was just enough for me to swim underneath so I could see. Because that was the worst part. I couldn't see. It was dark. Yeah. It's 2:00 in the afternoon. It's sunny and bright, but because the raft was over me, I couldn't see nothing.
Wow.
And finally, they had picked up enough, and that's a super heavy raft. They hand-picked it up out of the water as they're floating down the water, just enough for me to see, and I could get out.
Jeez, dude.
So you talk about a power move. That sets the tone. Power lifting that whole raft up out of the water. Not even a half foot for me to see, and I could get out.
Wow, dude.
Yeah, it was intense. And then kind of the crazy part is we found out the tour guide purposely flipped us.
No way.
Yeah, because we had talked about it so much. He's like, well, he said, you guys seem like you've done this before, so I wanted to give you guys what you wanted. I wanted to give you guys an adventure. And
that was pretty adventurous.
I was like, well, you almost killed me, bro. But yeah. I was like, let's do it again. It was pretty cool, and I know he admitted to it, and that made Jamie's mom so mad because she was like, are you serious? You could have killed us all. Well, Jamie's brother, his girlfriend at the time, she admitted the whole time she couldn't swim good, and when the tour guide, she sat right beside the tour guide. And when the tour guide purposely flipped us, he turned to his left and grabbed his girlfriend and went under with her. That way he knew she was safe. That's how much he purposely planned it. He's like, all right, everybody else can fend on themselves. I'm going to grab this girl because she said she can't swim good.
I got
so it was interesting.
Dang.
That's a long story, but that's another
good
power
one,
move.
though. That is a power
You
move.
talk about the fight or flight. I was trying so hard to lift that raft above, and I just couldn't do it. And next thing I know, they must have caught that burst of adrenaline and was able to lift it up because that was a heavy raft that sat 15 people in that raft.
Yeah. Wow.
So, crazy.
That is
power
crazy.
move.
Man, I came up with a couple while you were on that awesome story, but I guess I'll keep it around water. I'll go ahead and let this one out. Very few people I feel like know about this one, but I bought new tires and put them on my old Saturn Ion Redline. I had it. It was my dream car when I was 16, and I was finally able to buy it. At, what year was it? It was 2009. So I just turned 20, and Abby and I had been dating for 2 weeks. My current wife and I had been dating for 2 weeks. And so I've got these new tires, and so I'm like testing them out, right? You know, I'm going a little fast. I'm young. I'm stupid. And we were coming up an on-ramp on the way back from the DMV. Power irony right there. On the way back from the DMV. Coming up on an on-ramp, and normally on-ramps are like the same degree of curve
Right.
all the way around. Well, this one's not like that. It's same degree, and then all of a sudden like a sharp right.
Like a hairpin.
Like a hairpin at the end. Well, I was doing 75.
Oof.
So at that point in time, like I got to a point on the road where I was like, well, I'm not going to make it. Like, we're not going to make this turn. We can't turn fast enough to make this happen. So I like e-braked it, and we went through this ditch. All the tires and wheels filled up with mud, and I hit the embankment on the side. So like basically on the T-bone, basically if I was to get T-boned by a car, the ditch T-boned us. And then we went up into the air. I was in the car. We all had our me and Abby had our seat belts on. I saw we had a sunroof in the red line. So, like, you know, normally you're looking up, you see the sky. So we're flying through the air. I see the ground through the sunroof. I see the sky. I see the ground. Well, the second time I saw the ground, we landed. So we landed with the car completely upside down on the sunroof, and it fell to where we were on all fours.
Oh, my gosh.
And so the first thing, it crushed all the glass in the entire car. The first thing I did is I pushed Abby out the window because the car was still running.
Oh, wow.
The whole car was still running. So I pushed Abby out the window, and then I got out and ran around and made sure we were away from the car.
Yeah.
We both have these huge scars on our knees from the sunroof glass and our knees breaking on them. But we get out to the side when we're okay and everything. But my power move doesn't go to me for pushing Abby out of the car. My power move goes to the car.
The Saturn.
Because the seatbelt stayed buckled, but like the space between us, like let us go to the sunroof, that's actually not a good thing. But the crazy thing is we stood there, and like 10 minutes after, this car's completely upside down and it's still running.
Holy cow.
It's got oil rushing to the wrong areas. You know,
Yeah.
it's got a transmission fluid going in the wrong areas.
Right.
It stayed running for 10 minutes afterwards. I went back in there, shut it off, got my CDs out of there. It kept running. Like, that car did not want to die. And it was just like, I was just glad that it was well built enough to protect us.
Yeah.
And also that it was, like, still running. Like, it had gone through a serious wreck.
Right.
And it was upside down for a long time, which should really hurt a motor.
Yeah.
But yeah, but like also, like a power move goes to Abby for staying with my crazy ass.
Yeah, that's
After being together with me for 2 weeks, I flipped the car with us in it. Like, how much disregard for life.
that's pretty intense,
You know?
dude.
So kids out there that are 20 years old that have a fast car, learn from my mistake. You know,
Respect your automobile.
Yeah,
for sure.
Be careful. You know, you can put yourself in situations that you will not be able to turn around. You will not be able to e-brake. You will get caught sooner or later, and you need to just abide by the laws of the road. So yeah. Power move to the Saturn. Power move to Abby for staying with me. That was some grit right there.
Attaboy.
And I'm glad we survived. And power move to the first lady that rolled up on the scene with her son on the way to football practice. Having a first aid kit in her car.
Yeet!
And giving us some bandages. Yeah. What was funny is...
Just tape it up.
And like the EMTs showed up.
Yeah.
And they were like, hey, you want to ride to the hospital in the ambulance? And I said,
No,
does it cost money? Because my dad was on the way, right?
Yeah.
And I'll be honest, my neck was hurting pretty bad, and I felt pretty concussed because I landed on my head.
Yeah, you kind of.
But before I landed on my knees, like my head and neck hit it, and then I was on my knees. But anyways, like I said, nah, I'm good. Like, okay, nah, I'm fine. Money? No, I'm out on that.
Nope.
Don't have any of that. I'm 20. So
that's awesome.
And but yeah, that's a power move to the car, to the lady that brought the first aid kit, and to the Abster. So there you go.
Yeah, boy.
Happy to be alive. Thank you, Jesus, for helping us get through that.
Yeah, for sure, dude. So I'll say another power move that has happened in my life. It actually was very recently. Is with Keller Williams. Whenever I joined there, they have what they call bold training, and it's like a boot camp, for any sales agent of any experience level, and the instructor it was his first time instructing, not at that particular it was his first year doing it. Like, he'd already done a couple classes, but it was his first year doing it, by the name of Dusty Oglesby. And he's an agent out of Texas, and little short guy, but a freaking firecracker. And you talk about somebody who instilled so many power moves and ideas, thoughts, and just mentality, and honestly just like life advice. I've sent him text. Every time I greeted him, I thanked him, and every time he left, I thanked him for his impact of what he was giving me. But he didn't realize at that time of life the things that was going on in my life personally and stuff. But he made such a huge impact on my business and my personal life to get me back going, of just kind of just being in the slums,
Yeah.
a slump. And I don't think he had any detriment, idea of the impact that he had, because he was so relatable and so transparent. It was just so, you just want to soak it all in, He was a great instructor for his first year, and I know he'll be a great mentor. He's already been a great mentor for other people. Now is a great mentor for me then. And I know he's going to be super successful in his life. I mean, which he already is. But I hope I can take a lot of great things and be like half the agent he's turning out to be. So
That's awesome.
There's a lot of cool things that come out of that. So
I'll go that route too. I think we're good staying on the same type of situations here. So a mentor to me that made a power move really impact on my life in a similar fashion was a former CFO that I worked for, Brett Babcock. And he's actually the COO as well of Logic Force Consulting in Nashville. So they provide IT services to law firms. But he was just a huge impact on me. I left county government because I wanted to challenge myself, and I didn't feel like I was being challenged in my role.
Right.
And I also didn't see any upward movement whatsoever.
Right.
So what I wanted to do is I wanted to bet on myself. Let's go into corporate to where it's a lot more likely that I'll be fired. Let's challenge myself, push myself. I had a whole turnaround in really late June, early July of 2016. That was like a full turnaround, and Brett was part of that turnaround. And he never wants to take credit for this, but he needs to one day. Is like he just made you want to work for him. You just wanted to go to battle for that.
Yeah.
Man. Like, you were all the way in, fully invested in
he was
what
a true
he
leader,
was doing.
it sounds like.
Yeah, he was. He'd invest in training. He invested in our Thaddeus and I's MMA bouts. Like, he invested as a sponsor.
Right.
And we didn't ask for hardly any money. We really didn't ask, but it was still cool that he was in about it. He was about it. Yeah, he invested in my training for getting my CPA, and helped me with that. But also, he let me help him, and that's kind of what I needed. But he also had great role models that he had hired that were around me to help me grow as a person and learn other areas.
Right.
It was just awesome. He made me want to work for him, and it was just a full life turnaround.
So,
for me.
what's the biggest thing that
crazy.
you remember about that he that would just
Well,
make you feel that way? What's one of the one things that he would do to make you feel that way? To man, I want to go to bat for this guy.
Well, first of all is we came up with ideas together.
Okay.
And he would give me full reins over a project and trust me.
Right.
He would be like, Doug, I need you to do this and come up with a way. Doug, I need you to vet out who would be the best asset management software for Logic Force.
Okay.
Go. And so I'd be like, man, this is an awesome project. I'm so glad he trusts me with this.
Right.
To keep up with the inventory for the
He
entire
truly
place.
treated you equal.
Yeah, and but also anytime I had a question, he would answer it.
Mm-hmm.
He's super busy, so we'd wait until it was right for both of us. But he was there. The most motivating thing he ever said to me is we were at the 4th Avenue office before we went somewhere else. Went to the 12th Avenue office, and he came in and he said, "Doug, I want you to know, no matter what happens here, if we ever sell this company, if we ever if this company gets bigger, no matter what, I'll take you with me."
Wow.
And I was like, honestly, because I was putting in the work and I was trying to earn my, stripes. But when he came in and said that, I was like, if he's all in on me, then I'm all in on for him.
Yeah.
And from that moment forward, it was, what does Brett need and what can I do to be a better me? And, it just changed everything. I changed the way I ate. I changed the way I worked out. I changed who I was, and it was the best change. It was the best redefining moment.
Brought the best out in you.
Yeah, and
That's
so,
awesome.
Boom. And mark my words, Brett Babcock will be on this show. Stay tuned. He's on our guest list. I've already texted him.
Let's go,
We're
Brett.
We're just setting up that date. We want to let you know that in season 2, more guests. Boom.
That's
it's
a power
happening.
move right there.
Less pro advice because, let's be honest. Not everybody wants to hear about, accounting.
Right.
Once a week, every single week,
Or real estate.
Let's just be real. And so, wouldn't it be awesome to just have more guests? So we thought about it. We took in that feedback. Here they come, the guests rolling in. So without further ado, we're gonna go ahead and pump into a quick segment. We've been talking about those primetime power moves, about people closest to us and impacts that it had on our lives. Now we're gonna talk about something that our full heart is in as well, that we bleed, that two-tone blue.
I'm gonna stop you right there because that was awesome. So it sounds like Brett was a true leader to you, and
he really was.
All I could think about was my next power move that I was going to talk about, knowing that we were going to get into this segment eventually. But my next power move, excuse me,
Bless you.
that I was going to reference was a true, huge power move by an individual of the name of Ryan Tannehill. Ryan Tannehill come into a program last year mid in the first quarter of the season, mid game of where it was looking bad. It was looking not good at all for the whole rest of the season for the Titans. For whatever reason, the whole offense, defense, and everything, we were 2-4, right?
Yep.
We were 2-4.
Finished 9-7.
And we finished 9-7. Ryan Tannehill was essentially thrown into the fire and was like, "Go get him, kid."
Yep.
And you talk about step up to the plate.
He flew up.
Official NFL Comeback Player of the Year.
Personally well deserved. Boom.
Absolutely well deserved. Come in there, shine bright like a diamond. Dropping dimes to A.J. Brown and Corey Davis and Jonnu Smith.
He was drilling them passes.
And just like Brett, just like Brett, elevated Derrick Henry's game to where he's the rushing leader in the NFL this year.
Russian king.
Derrick Henry was doing good. He always had it in him, but it just didn't all fit together.
Yep.
And it's much respect and much love to Mariota. It just wasn't working for whatever reason. And Tannehill come in there and completely changed the Titans' offense and season to one of the best seasons we've had in almost 15, 20 years.
We went from duds to fireworks.
Near Super Bowl contenders, in the game. We were 60 minutes away from playing in the Super Bowl.
Yep. Tannehill moved us back to at least 22 draft picks.
At least. So, you talk about power moves. Ryan Tannehill. Power season, power move.
Tana thrilling them fans.
Thrill, 4-year contract. Little expensive, but much deserved. Much
We'll
deserved.
see if it's expensive when we see that performance.
I mean, the
these
dude put it
upcoming
out on the
years.
line. I mean, was willing,
He said, "Run it back,"
run it back,
because
Tennessee.
we'll take it to him.
So, hey, that boy is the definition of a power move.
And I'm excited to see what they do this year,
Absolutely.
especially.
After these choice draft selections.
So let's check out the power moves that Vrabes and J. Rob took us through.
Yeah.
John Robinson, Mike Vrabel, head
Yep.
coach, general manager. Here we go. First pick. Are you ready, Chase? A beast. 6'6", 350. That's 350
Tree.
pounds of man. They call him the Panda. It's Isaiah Wilson out of Georgia.
SEC boy, eating them up.
Just
Like that's a when you refer to corn-fed boys, that's a
Yeah.
corn-fed boy
Yeah.
right there.
Yeah, that boy's got a balanced breakfast
He
right
didn't
there.
skip on his veggies or his meats. Like
No.
he's been eating it all, and he's a bully.
No, oh, he's a bully. He's a thug. He is a that's the guy you nicknamed Meatloaf.
Yeah.
Right there on your
Tank,
team.
fridge.
He is bullying people.
Yeah.
And what he said, he's got a quote on his social media when he talked to Mike Vrabel. He said, "Man, I love to run block because I just like to dominate." He in high school and in college.
And he said, "I can't wait to lead the way for Derrick
he
Henry."
can't wait. Yeah. He said he played golf or lacrosse.
Oh my God! If he played golf,
Yeah, sorry.
his
500-yard drive.
650-yard drive.
Yeah.
Like the ball, like the actual wet, like the head of it, the driver goes
Just
with the
breaks.
ball.
Yeah. So lacrosse to like improve footwork and work with
Jeez.
speedy, adjusty guys.
Yeah.
Wrestling.
Yeah.
Because he said he liked to dominate large men, and then.
We're gonna keep
obviously
this
football.
rated G on that one.
It is, well, I mean, wrestling, folk style.
Yeah, dude.
You know, he wanted to pin a dude
Well,
that
that's-
thought was stronger than him.
Well, that's what linemen do in a sense.
Push
They
people
wrestle.
around.
Well, they grab. You go the inside of the pads, but don't pull the jersey. But you grab the inside of their pads, just like a wrestling move, just like
Yep.
you would grab somebody's chest.
Exactly.
Yeah, and that's how, and then you stabilize them or push them over like he normally does.
And that's what he does. He takes them down.
Yeah.
And it's amazing.
He's
going
gonna be a great addition.
He's gonna be a savage. He's gonna be
and
a
a-
moving meat train.
Yeah, and a good set of fresh legs. There's nothing like a fresh tackle ready to go.
Exactly.
So
I look forward to seeing him and Kelly battle it out there.
absolutely,
That'll be
absolutely.
a good
So
tackle position.
let's talk about that second round draft pick. A steal. I mean,
Steal.
some people. I mean, we're obviously biased, but some people and professionals who are non-biased on any team say this was the steal of the draft.
I think it was a big steal, definitely, especially if you look at his stats against the
Chris-
top wide receivers taken.
Now, Kristen
Christian.
Fulton
Yep.
from LSU cornerback.
Mm-hmm.
Speed, hands, and can tackle.
Yep, and that's the big thing is I think he's the total package. Is he the fastest DB that ran the 40? No. I mean, there was a guy that ran a 4.3.
Yeah.
You know, 4.29 I think was the fastest for
Right.
corners. But he's in that 4.4, 4.5 range.
Yep.
But if you just watch his play, like he doesn't need as much coaching.
Yeah, he's got the smarts. He knows how to read it.
Yeah,
Yep.
he's a good
He's got the
tackling
football
corner,
mentality.
too.
Yeah, he's got that IQ, that football IQ.
So he can read it, and that's really what we've needed, and we definitely need help in the defensive backs area.
And
You know,
I
we
really
were
hope-
22nd against the pass last year,
I really hope we re-sign Logan Ryan, but it doesn't
really
look
do.
like that's happening. So
especially with our seventh
Second.
round pick as well. So we got a second and a seventh round defensive back pick there.
right.
But moving forward, the speed demon, explosive, 4.4 speed running back from what was it? Appalachian State.
Yep.
Darrington Evans. Watch his highlights, guys.
DE.
He's got that I can't believe it speed with a quick twitch as well.
Yeah, he's got that takeoff.
Yeah.
Like I'm talking Migos.
Acceleration.
Takeoff. Yeah. Like he's 0 to 60 in like 2.5, bro.
Boom. He's
Yeah,
faster
he's-
than that.
He's with it, man, and it's gonna be such a complimentary back to Derrick Henry, a third down back. He's gonna fit in well, bro. But not only is he gonna fit in well, but he's gonna give Derrick Henry that much needed time to rest between 2 or 3 plays. You know what I'm saying? Because as much as I do love number deuce, he does need some rest here and there.
He really does.
He's only a human. I mean, he is human. He gets better as the game goes on, but he is still human at the end of the day.
Well, and Darrington Evans could catch the ball really well. He's a good receiving back, and I think he's a change of pace because Derrick Henry's fast in a straight line.
He is.
Definitely. And he's a truck. But, I mean, I think we got the smash and dash right back there. We got the, thunder and lightning. So I think that's going to be an awesome.
Fresh legs. And fresh legs.
It's a Dion Lewis 8 years ago.
Yep.
And maybe even better, honestly, because I think he's quicker than Dion. So now, moving on. Defensive tackle signing.
Big sign.
Laurel Murchison.
Big Merch is what they call him.
Big Merch.
Big Merch. That's what John Robinson said. He said, Big Merch. He said, I'm about to make you a Tennessee Titan.
Yeah, he's a big dude. I think he's 290 pounds.
Yep.
So he's a big dude as well. But another guy that's got an eye for the football, you see him making a lot of run stops.
Yes.
And blocking that
stuff in that run.
And he finds ways to get past those big guards.
After losing Casey, it's a good pickup. I like it.
It's almost like we picked up another Casey.
Right. I mean, like I think we definitely what do you call it? Addressed the needs that was in place. Yeah. We didn't ask for, we didn't need potatoes and get fruit.
Yeah.
We got potatoes, right?
Exactly.
And we got a lot of meat and potatoes in this draft.
Yes, we did.
Yeah.
Speaking of the meat and potatoes, I just want to recollect that we got two guys, 290 pounds, 350 pounds.
Yeah, exactly.
There's the meat. If you were wondering what the meat was.
And Darrington Evans, the taters.
Yeah.
Quick.
Yeah, lots of taters there. So then we take a little sidestep and we say, well, who's going to back up Tanithril?
You always need a plan for the future. What is that? Plan to plan.
Plan to plan. So we plan to go all the way to the Pro Bowl location, Hawaii, and pick up Cole McDonald.
Old McDonald.
A quarterback.
Had a farm.
Yeah. And he tossed passes all over.
And he tossed some TDs.
Yeah. He's got dreads. He's got swagger, confidence. He's got a nice windup. He's got some serious foot speed for a quarterback.
He's got some serious takeoff speed.
Great deep ball, and every once in a while, he's got that dart-like accuracy at the medium
he's got
range.
a little zinger. He's got a zinger when he wants it.
I will say, like, at the combine, it did look like there were some throws. It looked like he was, like, overstressed.
Let's see,
like
he looked nervous.
The moment was getting to him, but all he needs is a little coaching.
A little sitting.
A little help.
A little sitting. And Tannehill, I mean, we forget.
He's a veteran.
He's a veteran. He's young, but he's still a veteran. So he can learn a lot behind Tannehill, and working with Vrabel and working with great young receivers like A.J. Brown, Corey Davis, Jonnu Smith.
Yeah.
I think he's got a lot he can learn. And Tannehill's on a 4-year contract, so rookie contracts are 4 to 5 years as well. 4 years could take a 5th-year option, so we'll see how it goes, man. I like it. The kid's got skills. The kid's got the tangibles. Was it 6'3"?
6'3" and an 8th.
Yeah, 6'3" and an
215.
Yeah,
on the weight.
That's solid, dude. I'm 200 pounds. If that gives you any indication, he's like a foot taller than me almost.
He's like a long burrito. He's like an enchilada.
Yeah, and I'm just like a thick McDouble, and he's a McDonald. Yep.
Oh my God. So, the last pick of the draft, we went for another DB. We got Chris Jackson from Marshall, and you know what? Honestly, out of all of these players, I like all of them, but I'm really surprised we were able to get a guy of his caliber at 7th round.
Really?
Yeah, because
I haven't done as much research into it.
So he doesn't have combine tape. I looked for it, I couldn't find it. Guys, if you could find the combine tape, let us know. But what I saw from his highlights, he is a deflection king. He's a good tackler.
I mean, that's the biggest thing is I know you want interceptions. That's the great thing, but I mean, intercepting the pass is a pivotal thing to think about.
His highlights are deflection. Amazing tackle on a guy bigger than him. What you see him in, which is crazy because he's a safety, but
right.
You see him in a lot of man-to-man, and he wins those battles. But he's super aggressive.
Yeah, he looks like he plays angry.
Yeah, and the thing with that is I think he does need some coaching on this because I think he could be prone to getting defensive pass interference because of how on top of it aggressive he is to these wide receivers. But you know what? I like it.
I like it.
I like the tenacity. That shows competitiveness. So let's go.
Let's go, Titans. Tighten up, baby.
Thank you for all those
Power
Blue.
draft moves. Thank you for all the power moves that we've been talking about on the
Power Move Podcast.
Chase, do you have anything for the people before we let them hang out and enjoy these power moves?
No, I mean, season 2 starts now. Episode 1. Look forward to another great 9 episodes. We got a lot of great things planned.
Announcing
Guest
the
in the
giveaway.
way. We got the giveaway. Hey, guys, we got a lot of
Happening
great
next
things in store. So keep listening. Keep loving us. Keep subscribing. Keep sharing. We love you guys. And we want to be around for a long time. So
We
share it
will
out.
be. Get it.
Get it.
See y'all later. Thanks for listening.
Deuces!
Deuces!